Welcome to the stream, everybody. I see your comments now. Welcome. We're back in. Sorry about the delay. I was using the OnePlus 5 for this stream. I don't know why I wasn't seeing comments, but I'm seeing them now. Let me know how the audio quality sounds so far in this stream. This is the legit stream. We're doing it here. So I'm seeing your comments now. So let me know how the audio starts. We're going to give it a few minutes for people to get back in the stream. Sorry about the delays, technical delays. See you, Jason. I see you, Rehan. How's everybody doing? So first of all, let's start by saying, let's have a respectable debate here in the chat boxes. And we're going to talk about Apple versus iPhone. Now, the reason this stream has taken place in the first place is because there was a subscriber. He's very respectable talking to me. And, you know, we were talking back and forth about Samsung and Apple, two of the biggest players in the game right now. It's going to happen again. The Note 8, the iPhone 8, these things are coming next month. It's going to happen again. So I see in your comments now, so start joining in and let me know what you think. If you guys were in the past stream, I deleted it already, so I don't know if it's still showing on the channel, but I deleted that stream already. So we're going to talk about a few areas here in this Apple iPhone versus Samsung Galaxy debate. Hello, everyone. I see you all joined in. First one is build and design. So a lot of people, you know, have been arguing that Apple is the cream of the crop when it comes to the iPhone. So this is what a lot of people are saying. Cream of the crop when it comes to the iPhone. This is the best design on the market. And I was going as far to say that, you know, Samsung has really caught up and in some ways have exceeded the iPhone. So what do you guys think of that? Let's start out by chatting about that. Build and design. Who do you think is doing better in a build and design? Is it Apple or is it Samsung? You know, as a matter of fact, I'll be right back. I'm going to stay in the stream. Just start letting me know. I'm going to go get the S7. I actually forgot to throw it in here. Give me 1 second, guys. We're talking about build and design. So go ahead and start commenting who's doing it better when it comes to build and design. Is it Apple or is it Samsung? Let us know. All right. Got the S7 in here. So give me a second. Pulling the S7 in. iPhone slipping everywhere. Pulling the S7 in. Okay, we're back in. I'm back in. So we're talking about build and design now. Okay, so let's see what people are saying. Okay, Apple is better. Now, I want you guys to give me a little bit more of a reason. I know it's a live chat. Don't be writing no you know, novels in here. We don't got time for novels. But give us a couple reasons why you think Apple's doing it better in the build. Let's begin with 10 years ago. The Apple iPhone. Okay, when this damn thing came out, it was the best of the best. There was nobody touching it. You know, this was the King Tut of the time. You know, it's a little dim over here. I'm gonna put some more lights on. So let me get some more light action going in here. It's a little dim action in here. Okay, iPhone 8 is not even announced yet. So when you talk iPhone 8, it's not really kind of relevant right now. Okay, so let me get this stuff straightened out. Got the 6S Plus going. If this stream, this is on iOS 11. The 6S Plus is doing this video, so it's on iOS 11. So if this thing goes wonky and goes off, that's because, you know, it's a beta on this phone. So I like Apple design more. Rock Gaming TV says, I like Apple design more because S8 Edge is uncomfortable to use. Now, why do you say that the S8 Edge is an uncomfortable smartphone to use? Let's talk about that. You know, why? Let's see why. You know, you could say it, but why? Apple's design is sturdy. Okay. Which device are you talking about, Vivek? Which device are you talking about? You know, which Apple design is the sturdy one you're talking about? Because, you know, I've heard creaks and cracks on, you know, some of the screens. My headphone jacks have burnt out on iPhones. This phone over here, iPhone 6 bends, has dents all up in it. So, I mean, which one are you talking about? Oh, you're at work right now? Where are you watching this? You in the bath? Are you watching this in the bathroom or something? I remember when I used to work, I used to go in the bathroom and watch some YouTube. So anyway, so Apple feels, let's see. Apple feels more ergonomically comfortable in the hand. Now, which one are you talking about? Because I know the SE, for example, is a small, comfortable phone to use. People love this damn thing, and it makes sense because it's small, one thumb. And I forgot to turn off that pea yellow light in the background. So give me a second. Give me a second. There we go. Now we got some clear light going right here. So the iPhone SE has been a comfortable phone, yes, because it's small, but it stabs me in the corners. I mean, these corners are sharp as day. I don't like how that feels in the corner of my hand. It feels like a razor blade. Over here, I got my S7 with its curved contour edges here. Feels beautiful in the hand. So we're going to talk about that. Okay, now let's hear from you guys. We're still talking Apple iPhone versus Galaxy debate. Let me go back through some of the comments because this live stream is basically us talking back and forth. This is not me sitting up here just trying to give you a one-sided opinion. We're going to all engage here. We're all going to have some fun in this stream. Okay, so Hard Knock says, hi, Nick. Now lock on. Love your channel. Can you give me info on the Samsung S9? Well, we're waiting on the S9, but right now we're talking about Apple iPhone versus Galaxy in terms of a lot of areas. We're beginning with the build and design. Can see all phones on screen. Can't see all phones. Yeah, that's because I have, this is not a wide angle lens here. We're shooting on the 6S Plus. Let's go down here. Here's my 2 cents. I'm not a huge fan of iPhone, but I'll be real and say iPhones are simply just better than Android. Now, when you say just simply, would you give me some details? Because just simply doesn't give me nothing. It's just telling me you got an opinion. It doesn't tell me that, you know, you're not telling me your experience. You're not telling me why. You're just saying simply. I mean, that doesn't give me anything. Note 8 is going to be nice AF. I agree with you there. I am going to be picking up the Note 8 on launch day. So let's see what else people say. Nick, I have notification on for you. Much love. Thank you very much. Paya de la Cruz. iPhone. Samsung is not as reliable as iPhone. Think about it. Okay, so I think he came back. He said, think about it. Android's out there and Apple with the few amount of Apple phones ever released still stands up to the competition. Which phone are you talking about? Because other than marketing, the specifications on the iPhone does not stand up to the latest and greatest Androids, in my opinion. You have to use them both, you know, in person to get the full experience of what I'm talking about. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm sorry if this is a little bit out of focus. This is the way live streaming is right now. You know, when our cameras, like our full-on Lumix cameras, start to get the streaming, we could use those. But for now, we got to dig with the phone. So I'll use this in the future when I get some live streaming Wi-Fi on this bad boy. But for now, we're going to have to do with this. Okay, let's see. Bros Gold iPhone 7. So the real essay says I'm watching it on this iPhone 7. So which one do you think is better, the Apple iPhone or the Galaxy? So getting big iPhone in 3 days. Android is way more versatile and flexible. Okay, so it seems again that we are split. It seems that a lot of people are saying iPhone all the way. Some people are saying Samsung all the way. Yes, I'm saving this video on the channel because this one is working. The last one didn't work. Let me give you my 2 cents. Apple iPhone is an extremely premium, fantastic device. Every device that comes out, I feel like iPhone is the standard everyone is going to go look at and try to outdo. So you got to give them that. You got to give credit where credit's due. These iPhones is the gold standard of what people are going to go ahead and try to, how would you say, beat when they're making their phones. But at the same time, I feel like if you look at this table, just look at these iPhones. This is like the first iPhone right here, the 3G, the 5. I forgot to put the 4S up here. The 5S, the 6. If you look at these, they look all pretty much the same. They don't got that much of a difference. Now, the iPhone 7 Plus with its dual camera was a little different. But when you look at the Samsung device, I mean, look at the S4 versus the S8. I mean, you couldn't even tell these were both Samsung devices. They look worlds different. I mean, look at that. Look at that difference. This phone, you don't even know this is a Samsung phone. You're just like, what is that? That huge screen. So like, do you see what I mean? Like, Samsung is taking their hardware to the next level when it comes to innovation. They're not playing around when it comes to innovation. Whereas I feel like the iPhone 7 here has been exactly the same feeling as the iPhone 6. So we take an iPhone 6, 3 years later, and we design a phone that looks exactly the same. I mean, if I go like this, you don't even know what I'm using. You don't know what I'm using unless you're right up on me or like flip that phone around. You don't know what I'm using. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Like 3 years later, come on, man. Like, no, we need a new design. Now, the iPhone 7 Plus, different story. It's got that 2.5D glass. It's got that, you know, it's got that dual camera. It's decent. Definitely decent. It looks okay. It looks definitely like they've done some tweaks to it. But the iPhone 7, the one pretty much everybody has, is not killing it when it comes to design. That's my 2 cents. Now, let's go back through the feed and see what people got to say about this. Okay. I'm scrolling down. Give me a second. I'm going to start calling some people out here. So, okay. So some people are just giving comments that are not really engaging. They're just saying, you know, just saying whatever. They're not. Okay. So Daniel Trejo says, the design of the iPhone hasn't changed that much because the design was great since the beginning. Well, you're saying you want to stay the same. I think as humans, we like to evolve. I understand where you're coming from. I could definitely understand your perspective. It's a conservative perspective, but at the same time, it's evolution. The world, people, we evolve, and Apple iPhones are not evolving like they should, I feel. I feel that they are profit products. I feel like Apple will go more for profit. They'll play it safe. They'll get the same design, hype up some features, and they will sell millions. And that's what they did with the iPhone 7. And the iPhone 7 is the world's most popular selling smartphone. I feel like Apple has to step it up a bit. I have seen leaks on the iPhone 8 that's going to be amazing, but it's taking so long for innovation. So this is what I'm saying. Now, that comment I agree with. I mean, this person is saying Apple needs to step it up. I love their phone, but we're waiting for a change. And I think this is why the iPhone 8 is going to push Apple to $1 trillion company. But, you know, let's see what else people are saying. You're right. Maybe Apple is waiting for the 10th anniversary to reveal a truly changing and new design. Yes, this is what for sure is likely going to happen. You're going to see the iPhone 8 with its all-screen design copying the Samsung device. So let's see what else people are saying. Okay. Dude, F the design. The most upgrade, the soft. I don't know what you're saying. You got to clear that up, Gabriel. Let's see. iPhones don't change much in their designs, but their software is what makes them their money. Yes, I would agree. Their software is fantastic. I mean, I cannot argue that. The iPhone software, it's fantastic. This thing, it just works. But at the same time, I feel like people think that the Samsung software just sucks. Like, too many people think that. And I don't find it to suck at all. I mean, it's not, okay, I don't agree that it's a better software than Apple's software. But this software is for people who want all the features in the kitchen sink. I mean, we got VR on here. We got Samsung Pay. We got very liquid smooth performance. People think that Samsung's slow. This phone is not laggy at all. This phone runs really well. It's not quite as, you know, the frames per second dropped a little bit on here from time to time. It's not, I wouldn't say it's quite as visually pleasing as the polish of iOS. But at the same time, you know, iOS is just iOS. It doesn't do much more than a grid of icons. And some people that works fine. It works for me. I'm on both sides. But I just think that Samsung deserves a little more credit with their software than people like to give them, especially for the amount of features you get. It's one of the better Android softwares. But still, you know, I still have to agree with a lot of you here on the software. Apple is doing a little bit better when it comes to software. So Apple is more reliable than Samsung because if you can install many apps on a Samsung, it feels like a bit slow. And the iPhone are more reliable and so smooth. I mean, again, I have many apps on my S8 and it does not feel slow at all. I can show you right here. So let me go on the S8 and you could see tons of apps on here, pages and pages of apps. This phone does not feel slow at all. You can see right there, nice and quick, nice and smooth, nice and quick. Let's go into settings here. You can see it's just fast. I missed that tap right there. Look at me missing the taps live on camera. That was not a lag, by the way. That was me missing the tap because my finger is hitting the top bezel instead of the phone itself. So, okay, let's see. All right, so update to beta 6. Yeah, this is not a beta 6 video, so we're talking about iPhone versus Apple here, or iPhone versus Apple. We're talking about Apple versus Samsung. So let's see what else people are saying. We're going to get into the next topic in just a second. But with Apple and their small variety still sold millions. Yes, when you have marketing that can brainwash society, of course you're going to sell millions. Let's see. I mean, Apple is the best marketers on the planet. These people have a cult-like leader. His name's Steve Jobs. He's a great leader. He did great things for Apple, created, but this is like a cult. Apple is like a cult. Like Apple could make the crappiest phone on planet Earth and people would buy it. That's how I feel, honestly. Apple could come out with the iPhone 7 again and they would sell it again. All they have to do is put an A11 processor in the same body and everybody will say, that's better than the S8. That's better than the LG V30. That's better than Huawei's best phones, the P9 and stuff like that. So let's see what people are saying. So Jock says, do you like Samsung more or iPhone more? I don't like either one more. I just think more people hate on Samsung than Apple for some reason. I don't know why it is. I think it's because they're the closest, competitor to the iPhone. That's why I feel like people hate on them so much. But let's get into the next topic. So we talked about build and designs. Here, we're going to talk about specifications. So how do you feel about the specs? So Apple, Apple's going to come out every year with top dog specs, but they're always going to come out slightly less, most of the time. They come out with slightly less specs than a Samsung device, but they still end up having great performance regardless of that matter. So Apple comes out and they give you 3 gigs of RAM instead of 4. They give you 3 gigs of RAM instead of 6, 8. But they still perform like a boss. So what do you guys feel about the specifications on these devices? So let's go down and see what people are saying. So somebody said LG. Well, we're not talking LG in this video, but if you guys enjoyed this iPhone versus Galaxy debate, maybe we'll bring another live stream versus the LG smartphone. So Samsung wins in specifications because of fast charging. Yes, thank you for pointing that out. Fast charging is where it's at. I cannot stand these iPhones when they die. I mean, literally, if you guys are not by a charger, you are screwed if you do not have a charger and you run out of battery life with the iPhone. You better have a battery backup pack or something like that because this thing's going to take you I'm not going to say 4 hours. It's going to take you a couple hours to charge. You're going to do it in 30 to an hour on the Samsung. So 4K camera, really nice on the Samsung. Thank you very much, Lenora. Let's go down and let's see what other people are saying. iPhone price is too high. We're going to talk about price a little bit later. J7 is lit. So somebody said the J7 is lit. It's a pretty decent smartphone. It gives you a lot of bang for buck here in the Samsung J7. What you get here is a 5.5-inch display, 1080p, metal back. This is a pretty nice phone here in the Samsung Galaxy J7. And this is one area I think Samsung really does well. They give you a lot of smartphones for almost any budget that really have great looking design, if you ask me. So I'm gonna leave that there. Put the J7 up there while it plays around up there. And let's see what else people are saying. So we're talking about specs right now. So I wish iPhone was the best battery. Well, I mean, iPhone has great battery life. It just dies kind of fast. I mean, when it dies, it takes forever to charge is what I'm saying. Okay, fast charging for the win, definitely. The specs are fantastic on Samsungs, but not so much on iPhones. I agree there. You get fantastic specifications here on the Samsung, whereas over here on the IP, you get, I'd say, great specs, but they always give you specs that are like, we already had on Samsung phones a few years ago. So I'm gonna turn off the screen on time here so this thing don't keep falling off. Okay, so this is not, people are saying bring the LG. I gotta get a drink of water. These lights is burning me up right here. So give me a second, guys. I'm about to get toasty on this live stream. Give me a second. That fresh aqua, that fresh H2O action. Sweating over here, sweating bullets. Okay, let's see what people are saying. Okay, so please include OnePlus 5. So I was saying, LG OnePlus 5, I will do a separate debate live stream on those types of products if you would like to see them in the future. So let me know how you're digging this live stream. We'll do a separate face-off versus Apple and Samsung, you know, like we did here, Apple and Samsung. We could do Apple and OnePlus. We could do Apple and LG. We could do Samsung and OnePlus. We could do budget phone, premium phone debates. We can do this whenever. You know, you guys are my fam. We could do this whenever. Okay, so let's see what else people are bringing in here. So HTC 11. Yeah, we'll get into that one. I'm not a huge HTC fan, but I am open-minded enough to give it a shot. So I'm definitely going to look into the HTC 11. So iPhone only has the best. iPhone only has the best of the best. Like you said, Samsung has more variety and budget than Apple. Okay, so I think that was more of a statement. Get a Galaxy Note 7 or a brand new Note 8. Well, if you've been following the channel, I've been talking about it for months. The Note 8 is coming to the channel. So which has better RAM management? Okay, so we're pretty much done discussing the specifications. It's time to talk displays. We've been talking specs. We've been talking build and design. It's time to talk displays. What is up with that 1080p resolution? Come on, Apple. This is your max resolution, 1080p. Are you serious? Seriously, 1080p? I know a lot of people are going to argue, Nick, shut up, man. P3 display, it's bright enough. I love my LCD. You ain't coming close to the Samsung Galaxy S8 when it comes to display. Get out of here by sundown, Apple. We all know it. We all know it. We all know you're not getting close when it comes to display right now. So Samsung is killing it on display, and I don't want to hear it about their oversaturated punchy colors. They have a solution for that built right into the screen mode, right here. AMOLED Cinema Photo, here. We could go in basic mode and make it an iPhone. We can make this, basic mode is basically what you get on the iPhone, a basic screen. So you can see right here, basic screen mode. Look at the colors, about the same here. Now, if I go over here and I put on adaptive display, get out of town by sundown. It is the OLED display right here on this infinity panel. You're not touching it ever. So let's go into a YouTube video, for example, on my channel. I did the S8 Plus all-day battery test. S8 Plus all-day battery. Okay? Okay, so let's go here. 10K views. Thank you, guys. Let's bring this in here. Let's make the resolution larger. Check it out. Look at that display. You are not touching that, Apple. You're not touching this. Not with these chunky bezels. You're not touching this. Sorry. You're not touching this. You're just not. I'm done making my point. You're not touching this display right now. You might touch it with your next phone, but sorry, you're not touching it. Let's go into the next. Let's see what everybody's saying now. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't looked at your thing in a little bit. Okay. OLED is coming to Apple. Yes, guess who's supplying it? None other than Samsung. Samsung is supplying the OLED displays for your Apple iPhone. So you can thank Samsung for your OLED displays. They're coming to your Apple devices because of this company right here, until Apple can find a way to make it on their own. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that Samsung makes your processors in your Apple phone too. So Apple is a design company. They're not a hardware company. Microsoft is a hardware company. So let's go and see what people are saying. So display definitely wins for Samsung. Sure does. Is AMOLED the same as OLED? Yes, it is. Super AMOLED is Samsung though. That when people say Super AMOLED, that's Samsung. You don't say you like one over the other. You defend the S8 on everything. No, I don't defend the S8 on everything, for your information. I think the iPhone 7 Plus lasts longer on the battery life. So since somebody wanted to say that I defend the S8 on everything, I'm going to talk a couple of things about Apple here. So the iPhone 7 Plus is taking a dump on the S8 when it comes to app quality. We have way more better apps in the App Store on the iPhone, and I can attest to this because developers, spend more time working with the Apple ecosystem. You have better apps on iPhone. I love the applications on iPhone. So keep that in mind. The Apple iPhone is taking a dump on the S8 when it comes to their application. The Play Store to me is not as good. Another area where the iPhone is taking a dump on the Samsung is the fingerprint scanner. This iPhone 7 Plus will smoke this inaccurate as shit Galaxy S8 Plus scanner on the back. I could probably go ahead and imitate this right here. Okay, you want to show me up live on camera, Samsung? It doesn't work all the time, but it does work some of the time. So the fingerprint scanner is better. So to sit up here and say Nick is a Samsung fanboy, no, he's not. Nick is a technology fanboy. We are a tech fanboy around here, period. We love technology. If I was an Apple fan, I wouldn't have all. If I wasn't an Apple fan, why would I have more iPhones than Samsung phones? Okay, so let's get it. Okay. Somebody said, why do you sound pissed? I'm not pissed. We're having fun around here. Let's see what people are saying. Okay. Wow. Comments coming in rapid fire. Gonna have to take a drink for this one. Tastes good, doesn't it? How's it feel when you're sweating? You just get a drink of water. Doesn't that taste good? Okay, so next topic we're getting into here with the iPhone versus Samsung Galaxy debate, friends, family, is longevity. So I know this one is going to spur up a lot of comments here. Which phone will go the distance? You buy a phone right now, which one's going the distance? Is it Apple? Is it Samsung? Which one is lasting longer into the future? This is one that I really am interested in talking about. A lot of people sit up here and say, Apple's going to the distance easily because the software is continuously updated. Samsung, not so much. Not so much, Samsung. You're slow with your software updates. You take forever. I agree. Apple's killing it on software. They don't play around. They get an update. Everybody gets it the same day. Samsung, oh, we just announced Android 7.0. 3 months later, like Squidward, 3 months later, then you get your update. So, yes, Apple is going a distance in software. But does that mean that the phone is going to be better long term? Well, in terms of software, yes, but not in terms of hardware. So the processor starts to show its age after so many software updates. So people don't like to talk about this. They don't like to talk about, oh, iPhone 5, for example, you know, it's still got a software update to the latest 10.3.3, but its processor was, you know, not even the best of its time, and now it's slow. iPhone 5S, 64-bit chipset, 1 gig of RAM. When the 5S came out, if they would have put 2 gigs of RAM in here, the iPhone 5S, which they easily could have, even the 6, 1 gig of RAM. So Apple can go the distance with updates, but their hardware becomes obsolete over time. Now, this might change with the 7 and the 7 Plus, but here we are in 2017. Apple puts 2 gigs of RAM in the iPhone. So what I'm trying to say is Samsung does not win when it comes to software updates, but their hardware will last you longer into the future. The power that comes in a Samsung device will last you longer into the future. You're going to love your software. You're going to be happy that you have, you know, your software here on your Apple. But at the same time, you're going to be like, man, my camera's getting outdated. Man, I don't have expandable storage. I ran out of space eons ago. And that is how I'm going to take it. So some guy said, I'm full of BS. Well, you have nothing to say, so I guess you're full of BS. So we got, then why the 6S will won? Why the 6S still won with the S8? Well, what do you mean? When I did the 6S? Well, Apple's going to win against Samsung a lot of times when it comes to simple speed tests. Their optimization of their software is undeniable. It's great. Okay. If you were the CEO of Apple, what changes would you make? Wow, that is a fantastic question, Sonny. Wow. If I was the CEO of Apple, what changes I would make? Well, basically, I would listen to my customers more instead of just doing whatever the hell I want, putting the same things for a profit. I would put a little bit more money into creating a better design for my smartphone faster. I would adapt to the market changes, and I would evolve with the market and stop trying to rest on old laurels. I think there's just a little bit to be said about, I mean, come on, guys. If Apple went ahead and switched up their design on the iPhone 7, we wouldn't even be talking right now. We would not even be talking right now. He said, that's why you're not the CEO. I'm glad I'm not the CEO. I'm the CEO of this channel. That's enough for me. That's enough for me. You know, we're having fun around here. The CEO of Apple is probably not as fun as being the CEO of a YouTube channel. I mean, we could talk about whatever we want here. We can engage with the fans. We could have fun. We could throw parties. You know, in the future, we're going to throw parties about, you know what? That's the plan. We're going to bring all these phones. I'm gathering these phones up now because one day I'm going to throw a little party and everybody's going to come, and I'm going to have these little phones up on a little thing, you know, like they have at the Apple store, and we're all going to talk and we're all going to eat chips and whatever you guys like to eat. I don't know what you guys like to eat. We're not going to get into a health topic right here, though. We have to change this to meat eaters versus veganism or something. So let's get into something right here. So we're going to get into now. We talked about software. Apple is going the distance on software. Longevity wise, you know, I got to be honest with you. I'm going to go with the Apple phone for longevity. I just, you know, after a year or two, my Samsung is like, I want to upgrade. If you're a person who upgrades frequently, I think a Samsung's a better phone for you. Hands down. If you're somebody going long term, Apple's going to do it for you. Okay, so we're coming in on the next topic. I got a few more. I'm going to show you some of the topics here. We have a few more. We have software, performance, longevity, and prices. Okay, so let's get into we talked about longevity. Let's get into prices now. We'll wrap it up with a couple more topics. So we're going to talk about prices. So what do you guys think of the prices? What do you guys think of the prices? This is where I think Samsung is killing it. Samsung has already dropped the price of the S8 from, let me see. Samsung has also dropped the price of the S8 to, what is it, $674 now for the, I think it's $674 for the S8 Plus, about $574 for the regular S8. Apple likes to keep their phone $700 profit margins year round. So what I mean by that is the 7 Plus cost about $293 to build. They'll sell this phone for $1,000. The next iPhone might possibly be MacBook price. So you better bring your wallet on the next iPhone. And I've been saving up all year for the iPhone 8. So I'm going to be good there. But if you haven't been saving up, the iPhone 8 is going to be a reach. You know, unless you want to, you know, but some people it's not going to be a reach, you know. It's not going to be a reach. It depends on you, you know. Do you work? Do you do your thing? If you do your thing, you can buy whatever you want. So let's see what people are saying. iPhone overpriced. They trying to make iPhone 8 look like S8. Definitely will be. Price-wise, doesn't matter what kidney on sale either way. Okay. So let's see. Which price is better value for money? I think if you get a used iPhone, it might be better for money because you can sell it for more. I'm not saying Samsung is the best value for money. I just think they give you a great, you know, offer when it comes to their hardware. Well said, Nick. You work, you make money, you can purchase whatever you want. Yes. Yeah. I want to talk about that a little more. Put in the work, whatever you're doing, there won't be no problems buying these things. These things stay out of people's hands when you're, you know, this is what you feel like you need. Like when you put in the work, these tools will just come to you. They will just come to you, man. Put in the work, they'll come to you. I understand if some of you guys are younger, the younger generation in the stream. Like, man, I'm under 16. I don't got time for no job. I can't get hired yet. Well, you could still be an entrepreneur. You could come on YouTube and have your parents handle the money situation for you, and then they'll switch it over to your name when you get older. You know what I mean? Like, there's little kids on YouTube. I mean, I can't believe it. There's some little kids on YouTube with like millions of subscribers. So if you're a kid in the audience, keep that in mind. You get what you give, but that doesn't mean work stupid. Like, I mean, you want to make sure that you're doing something that you love to do, man. You want to make sure you're doing something that you love to do. So we're going to talk about, let's go over here. We're going to talk about the last couple of things Okay. Okay, we're just going to wrap it up here because I think I've went through everything here pretty much. I'm going to show you what we went through here. So we did intro, we did build and design, we did spec, software, performance, longevity, we did prices, we talked a little bit about resale value. Let's talk about their extra features and then we'll wrap up the overall conclusion here. So let's see. Okay. So here we go. Extra features. Do you guys care more about things like 3D touch, capacitive fingerprint scanner that feels like force touch on a fingerprint scanner? Or do you guys care more about the extra features that come with a Samsung like IP68 over IP67? Like expandable storage, like a heart rate monitor. So Samsung's got its gimmicky features too. I'm not going to deny it. What do you guys care more about? Because that has to be played into the fact of buying an iPhone or a Samsung. Really, it does. Ryan says iMessage. iMessage is a killer. That thing is probably one of the main things keeping most people away from Android is iMessage. So, don't forget always on display. Yes, always on display. That's another one. I'll see you later, Kevin. Good luck with your chores. Okay. 3D touch over the edge any day. So, he's talking about the edge. Yes, I don't really care too much for the Edge. It's not a big deal to me. I think the S Pen is better than the Edge, to be honest. So I'm really looking forward to the Note 8. So, yeah. So it seems like people are kind of split on this one as well. People are split on this whole 3D touch features. It's always going to be split. It really comes down to your need. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. It's been a really fun stream, guys. It really has. FaceTime is definitely killing it too, Jonathan. It's been a really fun stream. I'm sweating bullets. If you guys see me right now, you'd be like, get away from me, bros. Like, you are sweating bullets. I'm about to go shower after this. So, yeah, we're going to wrap this up. iPhone versus Galaxy debate. There's not a true winner here. You know, it's going to come down to what you guys love. Like, what's going to work better for you? For some people, Apple iPhone is going to work. For some, Samsung's going to work. For techie people, I think Samsung's a better phone for you. For people who like tech, but you want it to just work and you don't care about learning all that extra stuff, iPhone is where it's at. Does it really matter? We can both communicate whether you're on both of these. A lot of people say, iMessage, man. iMessage, bro. Google Allo is cross-platform. It works on both. Anyway, that's wrapping it up here. The winner comes down to you. What do you like? I know you guys want to hear a direct answer. I know it. I know you want to hear, who do you like better, Nick? Stop playing around. Stop telling us. We know you like one better over the other. I can't really give you a direct answer here. What I can tell you is that one day I go with the iPhone. The next day I come in the S8, I'm like, why the hell am I using the iPhone? I get in the S8, I come back to the iPhone, I'm like, man, I miss these apps. So I think the best option, if you're not to the point where you can buy these premium phones, go buy a cheap Android or a decent Android and use both. Try them out both for yourself, take them on for yourself, and use them both as tools to enhance your life. And that's what they really are. That's why I say master your technology. These are tools to help you master your technology. I mean, master it. If you master it, you know how to use everything. You're going to increase, you're going to do better in your life. That's all it's about, really. Getting the best device for your life. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and give some shout outs now. We're going to wrap this up here. I'm done talking Samsung and Apple. It was fun. It was great. It's time for some shout outs. I'll see you later, Jock. Android the Laggist. Okay, so we're going to start bringing in your last questions. I'll start shouting your name out. Bring in your last questions here. Okay, so see you later, Mark. See you later. See you later, Haroon. See you later, Vivek. See you later. See you later again, Mark. See you later, Daryl. See you later, Julius. This chat is kind of childish. Oh, well, do you have a problem with the chat being fun and childish? I don't think we do. So I'll see you later, Alanis. See you later, Jonathan. See you later, Yusuf. See you later, Rashida. See you later, Daniel. See you later, Age Aslan, see you later. Iran, see you later. Daryl, thank you all. I'll probably bring in the super chats next time if you guys want to get shout outs within the stream itself. So I'll be doing super chats next time. So if you're still here, people are heading out now. See you all later. I'm wrapping it up here. Thank you all. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Be sure to be well. See you later, Paul. Thanks for joining in. Good luck with your channel. I see you over there. I watch your videos sometime as well. If you guys don't know Paul Tech, go check his channel out. Great YouTuber over there. He reviews more. I've seen a lot of budget phones on the channel, so go check those out as well. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Be sure to be well. Nick here helping you to master your technology, and peace.